All right, I have some suggestions for your next gathering. I think it might be later today. Um, Take away from the last one, just some feedback. It had some nice spontaneity to it. Looked a little stilted around the issue of not wanting to interrupt each other. Um, and even though the recording, the video recording isn't necessarily something we're going to do much with, I think we will do it for the demos. I would like you all to be oriented to the camera and looking at each other. So the attentiveness of each other when the other person's talking should be observable. In other words, we're modeling to everybody that we're hanging on the edge of our seat to hear everybody's word, even even if it's somewhat exaggerated in the moment. But that's important in terms of selling it. Again, the video piece may not always be attached to this, and the audio is more important, but just in case. Um, so for this one, you told your story. You got a little bit of your biography out there, and the world is coming to know you, beginning to. We're going to use some of that. But in the meantime, I'm going to have you go sideways. I want you to talk um, personally and even a little bit, clinically from your own healing process. You may recognize that um, part of what I routinely do is I refer to love as committed benevolent interest. It is my definition of true love, and it's central to the whole thing. So I want you to even start it off, whoever's going to take the lead tonight, that the doc asked specifically if we'd kick this around and what do I know about it, and have a discussion in general terms about love, and to start with, recognizing that what part of what Doc said was he felt the need to define it specifically because of the 40 million different ways that people use the word. As far as he's concerned, and maybe you can recognize this too as you're talking about it, it kind of renders the term useless when it should be one of the more powerful and useful concepts for us as humans. We've got we've got all sorts of persons using that word completely wrong and all sorts of contexts. So CBI, I've appropriated, I made it up. It fits with the theory, and we can explain it in great detail given enough time. But I want this to be like, okay, he's come up with the idea. He uses it in his work. This is what I'm sort of familiar with. This is how he kind of applied it when he was talking to me, that kind of thing. So you're not supposed to draw any conclusions or even be teaching them. I want this to be something that kind of highlights the idea, massive confusion. We're in a search together, and he's going to clue us in, right? So this is just like going over how confusing it is, but this is what he's done so far. We're not exactly sure what it means. So if you could do that, um, and then sellers, you'll make sure we all get a copy. Do be sure you're taping the thing from the very beginning. All right. Okay. Good luck. Thanks, guys. Talk to you.